I'm so glad you're here with me as I make one of my best-selling scents in a soap, Blackberry Magnolia. I get this from Micah's and More. If I was to choose my best-selling scent of the year last year, this scent would be in at least the top 2 or 3. At least, if not the #1 scent, guys. So I hope you stay tuned to watch a beautiful soap being made, and I will see you on the other side. A lot going on in front of me. My melted oils here. My fragrance oil, lye water, rest of my water. This got a little cold, so I kind of heated this up a little bit so when I add my water into my oils, it's not going to drop this down too low. And I had a couple pink samples that I used. So I don't even know what they are. I just saw the pink samples and I went with it. And I'm going to have a little accent of a green. And my main base will be white. Let me make myself some room here again. I kind of had my water in the microwave, heating that up a little bit, and I dropped the jug, taking it out of the microwave, and made a huge mess all over my floor. So I had to clean that up, reweigh everything. It was a mess. What am I doing? I feel like I'm needing to do something. I feel like I'm forgetting something, guys. I don't think I am, so I'm going to go. So this right now is 79. Let me take this out of here. I don't know why that's in there. This is 85, so it's not too cold. And this is 98. So let me just heat up my lye water. So that's going to go in there. Lots of air bubbles coming up. I need to get my clay. So I'm just going to use some pink clay I have here. But I don't know that I want to do this. Maybe I'll use kaolin. I'm going to use kaolin. I just don't have a lot of clay right now. And I'm trying really hard. Where's my paper? You see, I'm a little out of sorts. I'm trying really hard not to make any purchases. I 1.29 ounces. I'm really short on funds at the end of the, you would think I'd be big on funds right now, but I am a little short on where I want to be. And there's a reason behind that. And I think I'm going to have a video kind of talking about my finances through my business and my YouTube channel, if that interests you. I don't know if it's going to be before or now, after this video comes out. Probably after. But I thought I would do a video of just how much money I make on YouTube, how much money I made in 2024 in general, and then what I'm doing with my profit. I thought that might be kind of interesting to some of you that also have businesses, to see what other people do. I still work full time, and that will probably not change. I haven't really decided if I'm going to pipe on the top. This is a really large batch for me, and really large batch. This is a hard batch for me to pour. 86, 84. So it's a little cold, but that's okay. I've been soaping really hot lately. I have a hard time with this large batch. This is very heavy for me. I have a hard time pouring it, and I don't know if I'm going to mess with piping. I kind of had intentions to, but this is the third soap of the night that I've made, and I don't know, I'm just kind of not feeling it right now, guys. We'll see. But right now I'm saying no piping. I don't even, it's almost 5. It's not too late. Okay, that's all the stick blending I'm going to do. Maybe for the entirety of the batch, we'll see. And I'm going to try to pour this in these little jugs. So obviously I'm having little jugs. I don't want a ton of like really busy soap. I want it to be really pretty. Well, busy can be pretty too. It's just, I don't want it to be overly swirled, I guess. I like these colors. I was worried that this wouldn't be a nice contrasting pink, but I think it looks pretty good. I may lighten this up with just a touch of TD. I'm going to go ahead and add more green. I'm going to even that out a little bit. Let me stir this. I don't think it's emulsified just yet. Just a couple drops of TD in here. And some TD in here. You can see, I don't know if you can see, there's like specks of TD because even with hot water, it didn't get completely smoothed out in my blend there. Uh-oh, hang on. That would be my salt bar about ready to cut. So there's TD. It does brighten up quite a bit when I do it. I think if I processed it better, I wouldn't have to stick blend it to make it brighter. But clearly, I don't process it better. Even that pink, I don't know if you saw that, if it's on camera or not, but that pink brightened up a little bit after stick blending that TD that I added. I'm going to be done with the stick blender because I've had so much trouble with my soap getting thick. I'm done. But I am having plenty of time to work with it. That's nice. It's not quite at a trace, but it is very viscous. So I think we're fully emulsified. And I'm going to pour in my fragrance oil and I'm just going to stir it. So Blackberry Magnolia, the fragrance oil usage rates have gone up. So when I've made this before, I think the usage rates were only like 3% or something like that. It's really nice to be able to put a full amount of fragrance load in here. It's such a lovely scent. I'm really excited for that. And I actually think it's decelerating the trace just a little bit as well. This is such a large batch. I do melt this on my hot plate. I melt my hard oils in here and then I add my liquid oils to cool it back down. All right, let me get my mold. This is the second time I've used this mold this week. I don't use this one very often, but Perfectly Manly and Blackberry Magnolia are really great sellers for me. So I am going to go ahead and just use a big one. One of the things I saw myself doing over the past few months, and it didn't dawn on me until I actually kind of thought about it, is I was making a lot of passes with my colors, like 4 or 5 passes with my colors. And what I realized what I was doing with making 4 or 5 passes What I was doing was really putting a lot of swirls in the soap. Instead of big swirls, I was getting a lot of small, tiny swirls. And I've always been one to like the bigger swirls better. So I'm only going to make one pass with each color, and we're going to see what happens with that. So as you can see how much this is disrupting those colors. So I don't really need to make a lot of passes. My husband made me a metal stainless steel thing. It's a little short, but I think it's going to be okay. And I'm just kind of, maybe 2 or 3. I don't want to muddy it up too much. All right. I'm going to top it with the white first. I got most of that scraped out. I'm just going to kind of spread that around a little bit. I probably saved too much for the top. I usually do, guys. It's one of those lessons that I have yet to learn, is not saving too much for the top. I have a skewer here. I do reuse this over and over. And I'm just going to do a simple, I think I need to do it this way though. It really is a very pretty top when you just kind of swirl your colors together. Nice. I am going to give it a little glitter. I don't know. Let's try some purple glitter. I don't know if I've used this. I think I have, and I don't like it really. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't love it. Oops. Okay. Lid. I love the Winston & Walter. Comes with its lid. We are good. I'm going to put this on the heating pad and maybe put a couple covers over it so it goes through gel phase so those colors will really pop for us. And we'll cut it in a couple days probably. All right, I went ahead and cut it into logs. And there's the top. I think the top looks really pretty. Let's get her a quick cut and see what the inside looks like. Oh, I think it looks nice. Oh, look at that, guys. That's pretty. I like just a little bit of green that I have going on. With the two different pinks are actually quite different. So it looks like I have two different pinks in there. So I've made the mistake of having them too similar. I think it's really pretty. And I'm actually not hating the purple glitter now that it's on there and all dried up. Not hating it as much as I thought I would. I am completely out of my soap samples. And oh, that's pretty. That has a lot of that dark pink in there and the green. I think that's really pretty. This log is a good one. I'm completely out. And I may have to start cutting these in half, which is a good problem to have, I guess. But I don't have any soap samples to give in my orders, and I don't like that. And I can't give these away for a few weeks still. Obviously, they need to cure. It's so nice to be able to take off this afternoon. I got off a little early. My hours at work are fluctuating. And sometimes I get 3 half days. And sometimes I get 1. And this week is a 2. I get 2 half days this week. I never get 1. I shouldn't say that. I always get 2 to 3. But I thought I was going to get 3, and I'm only getting 2. But that's okay. I don't mind working as long as there's work to be done. I had to work in cardiology today. They have me going there maybe once or twice a month, if that, just to help out when they need coverage. That's been kind of fun. I told him, I said, as long as I don't have to do EKGs, it's been 35 years since school. I don't know how to do an EKG. And the first time I went there to help out, they were like, can we teach you how to do an EKG? I was like, yeah. Don't put too much pressure on me, but yeah. And now I like it. It's fun. I can do EKGs again. It's been so many years, guys, and the machine's completely different. Oh my gosh, so different than when I was in school. I don't know, did I ever have to do EKGs in the job? Even when I worked family practice, I don't think I really had to do EKGs. So, yeah, it's been since school. All right, got some samples. I'm just going to fill my samples on top for now. So I'll only keep them on this rack here for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days, just whenever I get around to it. And then I'll clean up the edges with a potato peeler or vegetable peeler. I'll just kind of clean those off. I like to just wait a few days. It's still a little gummy, so it's just cleaner. My peeler doesn't get all gunked up as easily when they're a little bit drier. So I will put this on my drying rack and then clean them off in a few days. All right, how'd you like that intro? I'm trying to make them really fast. You probably don't even remember, it's been so long ago. But I'm trying to make my intros fast and getting right to the topic and not be too wordy. Let me know what you think. So here's a quick, I keep saying that. Here's a closer look at the soap. Now this one I haven't wrapped. This is the only one that's not actually wrapped. I do wrap my soaps in biodegradable film. I use the National Shrink Wrap system for that. So these already wrapped ones are really pretty. So I am so stinking pleased with this. Now the one that's not wrapped, the swirls aren't as pretty as this. So that's why I brought this out. The top is really cute. The swirls are really good. Now I'm really happy that I only made 1 pass with the colors. I do not know what was going on with me last year. I do have a video maybe next week all about 2024. And I hope you guys stay tuned to watch. But it was just an off year. You know how people say I have an off day or an off week? I had an off year. I'm going to share it with you. So if you're interested in hearing all about 2024 and the disaster it was for me, I hope you stay tuned to next week. And I hope you liked the video, and I hope you liked the soap, and I hope you leave me a comment and let me know what you think of it. I'm pretty stinking happy with it. So guys, that's it for me. Thanks for being here so much. Give me a like if you did, and give me a thumbs down if you didn't, and then comment like I asked. And then, yeah, maybe I'll see you next week. I probably have you quite intrigued about the whole disaster comment. I ain't lying. 2024 was not a good year for me, but you know, there's that hook. See you next week.